it would be lovely if you want to just type in the box good morning and just let us know where you're from. There's quite a few people in the room. We see sometimes we've got people from New York, and we've got people from the UK. Anyone else wants to say good morning and just type in the box there. I think it's all the messages are coming to me. So Massachusetts, the Netherlands, Surrey, lovely, Canada. Wonderful. There's people from everywhere joining us. Well, I say this morning, it's actually this afternoon now in New York. We've got Florida, Missouri, Maryland, New York, more New Yorkers, California. Oh, early there. We've got from I thought it was New Hampshire. We've got Hampshire in the UK, far more exotic than New Hampshire. So anybody from New Hampshire, I apologize in advance for that. Fresno, beautiful. Texas, Honolulu. Honolulu, how early is it there? My goodness, what is it? 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning or something, I think, in Honolulu. What else have we got? Oh, 6:30. Oh, not so horrible. Boise, Idaho. Good morning. So beautiful. So we've got people from all over the world joining us here this morning. So this is something that I'm really happy that Wendy and Victor were interested in hosting, is a series of meditations on really just mindfulness, meditation, and just care for the medium. And when I say medium, whatever, oh, good morning from Queens, across the water, let's not forget. So it's just that what I have noticed in my time working is that anyone who is working with mediumship or healing or psychically working or any form at all where you're actually contributing to the care and well-being of other people, there seems to be a terrible lack of focus on self-care. It's always so much of the energy is going into your sittings or your healing or your meditation, and we can often forget that ourselves, we need both self-care just for our own sense of balance and well-being, but also that it actually helps us in our work if we are able to sort of be stable, be steady, be refreshed, be rejuvenated, and be connected like we need to be when we sit in the power to do the work. And no matter what, whether you're a healer or a medium or a psychic, it doesn't really matter. We're all entering into these altered states to do the work. So the more time we can spend in the altered states, the better for the work, but also it's the better for us. So I really just wanted to spend a bit of time starting to look at, and different meditation practices each Saturday over the next few months while we're here in the morning. So if you want to just chat in the box, anybody have a meditation practice, a regular meditation practice of their own? Just chat in the box. If you don't, you can just chat. You can just type in no. If you do, just type in yes. Just to get an idea of where everybody's coming from generally in the room. So we do have some people have a regular practice, a sort of practice. Yes, that's like the most common form of meditation is the sort of meditation practice. That's very true. Yes, yes, but not a great practice. Well, we'll talk about different forms. I think most of you know, sorry, that's the cat knocking things around. I hope you can't hear him. He's staying with me for the moment. Is that there is not just one form of meditation practice, but over the course of the next few months as we're doing this, I've been a practicing Buddhist for almost 20 years. And I have worked with different forms of practice, from Zen, from sitting Zazen, to just open awareness, to sitting in the power from my mediumship. So what I want to really do with you all over the next few months is just to go through some different types of ways that you can really essentially, first of all, be present, and then how we can start to build the power around that as well. So we'll just this will be quite experimental. Some of you will probably respond very well to one practice and not to another. So I would just say, just keep an open mind. For those of you who have a regular practice as well, just keep an open mind and just try these new practices and new ways of thinking and being aware as we go, and see if anything new works for you. And if your existing practice works best for you, that's beautiful, stick with it. But this is not, there's no one right way or wrong way for meditation. I just would like to, because I can see coming up in the chat there, a lot of people saying they tried to meditate but find it quite frustrating, which really defeats the purpose. So let me just dispel some myths about meditation before we start. First of all, meditation in the old sort of Western tradition was really a form of contemplation. It was really a way of contemplating the God, contemplating the universe, contemplating our place in it. When we start to look at mysticism, really all of that all began with the word contemplatio, which is literally to contemplate. So it's just to be present and just to be aware of something greater than ourselves. Is the very old and ancient form of Western thought about being present. In the East, meditation is really the very simple practice of awareness, and that's where we're going to start here too. Now, as I say, there are lots and lots of practices. There's lucid dreaming practices, there's loads of practices, but really this is practice for self-care for the medium or the healer and whatnot this morning. So I will try to focus on that with you. So when I started practicing mediumship, when I started practicing meditation, my first meditation practice was Zazen, which is Zen meditation. I was a member of the Zen Center in Brooklyn. And it's Zen, Zazen, we'll do some Zazen, we'll sort of go through this. It's the very simple act of just focusing on the breath. Now, one myth about of meditation I do want to dispel is the notion that you're supposed to empty the mind, right? And that's not the goal of meditation. It's not to empty the mind. Now, when we have very, very, very long-term meditators like the Dalai Lama, like monks, you have people who have had a very, regular and focused meditation practice for a very, very long time, can achieve a state of what's called Samadhi, which is the complete absence of thought. It's sort of the closest we get to nirvana, really. It's the complete absence of self-awareness and self-consciousness and thought, where you go into a state of Samadhi, come out of Samadhi, it's like you don't even remember because you've been in that state. Now, just for anybody who thinks you're supposed to empty your mind, it takes many, many years, decades to achieve Samadhi for very serious practitioners. So don't feel like, oh, if I have a thought, I'm not meditating. That's not what meditation is at all, right? And so what I would like to stress in our meditation practice is that it's really inherently and fundamentally about mindfulness, being mindful, right? And that's the first thing. So I'm just going to sit this morning. We will work with altered states a little bit later this morning, but I want to just start off with the simple practice of mindfulness. Now, if you start finding that your mind is racing, that's okay. Just notice it, just becoming aware of it, and then letting thoughts go, right? The more you notice your mind racing and you come back to, say, the breath, the better for you. I mean, that's something to commend yourself for. Not get annoyed with yourself because you kept frustrated. Oh, I kept trying to sit still and I kept thinking about all the things I have to remember to get to the supermarket when she stops talking here this morning, whatever the case may be. Just letting it go. We just want to, mindfulness at its simplest is coming back to the simple act of being present in this moment, which is why in Zazen, for example, the focus is on the breath, the inhalation and the exhalation. It's the simple act of the breath brings us right back to our presence. It's why you say, if any of you noticed, if you're feeling really anxious, you just stop and take a deep breath. Suddenly you kind of calm down a bit. It's because you've just brought yourself back into the present moment. So you've got, the past is usually littered with regret or sadness or remorse or longing or something or other, and some happy memories. But even when they're happy memories, sometimes there's a bit of a tinge of, the future is always seems to be, any of you ever notice that when you sort of look into the future, it's very rare. It's always like all the things that you anticipate could go wrong. There's very rarely do we sit in an imagined future where it's beautiful and everything is worked out perfectly for us, and our children are just marvelous, and we've got a pay raise at work, and we've getting very, our investment suddenly, we just made a killing on the stock market. It's usually anxiety, right? It's usually some kind of fear of something that can go wrong. What if my investments tank? What if my kid gets kicked out of college? What if I lose my job? We tend to, future focus tends to bring a lot of fear and anxiety. Now, I'm just saying tends, I'm not saying all the time, but you will find if you are feeling anxious, just stop and notice your anxiety. Where is your mind when you notice you're anxious? Usually in the future. It's usually, even if the future is 10 minutes from now, you're never in the moment, right? And if you find that you're full of regret or if anything like this, or worry, or if you've got anything like that going on, if you stop and think, where's my mind? You'll most likely find it somewhere in the past, even if that past is only 10 minutes ago. So when you're very much focused in the present, there is neither anxiety, nor fear, nor regret, nor sadness. You're just in this very present moment with the breath. And that's really, we're just being aware of where you are is the beginning. Right? And if any of you, as I said, for those of you who came in late, we are streaming and we are recording this. So if you do have a question, just type it in the chat box. If you want to ask a question, you can just put up your hand in the reactions, because I can't see all the faces when it's spotlighted on me, because I'm the only one streaming here. So so does that make sense to you all? If any of you are not clear on any of that, will you just sort of put a comment in the chat box or raise your little emoji hand? And if we're all good, I'll go on. I'm going to just bring you through a couple of very simple exercises in being present that you can just use during the day. There's a lovely practice that Mingyur Rinpoche teaches, which is called open awareness, which I really like. And I'd like to start with that this morning. So I really would like you all just to get very, very settled where you are. And let's just start with a deep, what they call Ujjai breath. Any of you who does yoga will probably know this. I just want you want to breathe not kind of loudly into the back of your throat, just to bring yourself aware right now into the room. We've all just plonked down, got yourself logged in, got yourself set up. Just taking a deep breath in and just being aware that you're breathing into the back of your throat. So it'll make a little bit of a noise. So it's, if you close your mouth and you breathe through your nose, it's almost like you're breathing into the back of your throat. So just do that and then exhale loudly. Just do that a couple of times. So just really just noticing as the breath brings you into this moment here in this room. Just a few Ujjai breaths. And now returning just to normal breathing and just being aware of your breath, sensation of the air as it passes through your nose. Exhaling again, just becoming aware, just a simple act, focusing on the breath as you inhale and exhale for a few moments. Now just with your eyes closed, just gently, just being aware of yourself. You're sitting still in your chair, but you are moving because you are moving through time. And just being aware now of the weight of your physical form on the chair, just feeling how it feels to really focus your awareness just on the body, on your own body and its weight, supported in this chair. Just calming the mind, a simple act of focus. Just paying attention to how you feel here for a moment. How does it feel? How does the air around your body feel? How does the atmosphere in the room around you feel? Just the simple act of being present. If your mind wanders, just allowing the thoughts gently go and returning to your awareness in this place, this time. Now very gently allowing the sounds around you to come to your awareness. Just not focusing on them, just allowing the sound to come to your awareness. And then letting it go, letting the new sound arise. Just as you become present and aware of the sound, of the wavelengths that surround you in the world that we never see, we never pay attention to, that are constantly there. It may simply be the sound of the atmosphere, that background sound that is always present. It could be something outside or upstairs or somewhere else. It could be the sound of your own heart. Just allowing these sounds to drift into your awareness, not becoming attached to them or reaching for them. Just aware of this present moment and all that exists, and then letting that sound go. Simple act of being aware. So sounds that may once have irritated you, now they just alight, flitter across your awareness and drift away. And now coming back to the breath, just focusing once more on the inhalation and exhalation of the breath, with your awareness fully focused on your physical form as you move through time. And as your thoughts wander, as they are naturally disposed to do, and you find you have lost yourself in thought, just becoming aware, oh, I'm lost in thought. And notice what happens when you become aware of your thoughts. breath, inhalation and exhalation. Your thoughts wander, allowing them wander, but then becoming aware you have become lost in thought, however long that may take, and noticing what happens when you become aware. And then you notice you are lost in thought. Just noticing that the act of being aware that you have been lost in thought brings in itself an awareness of the moment you are in, brings you back quite simply to presence. And relaxing the mind and just being aware now that you're where you are in this place in the world. Just very gently allowing whatever activities you can hear going on around you to alight, drift into and out of your awareness. Or noticing how your body feels, noticing how the chair feels, noticing how the room feels. Just being aware right now in your world as you occupy it. How does it all feel? Just allowing that feeling and those thoughts to arise, not reaching with the mind. Just allowing the spirit to speak, allowing your awareness to speak to you. If agitations arise in the mind, either memories or sounds, any form of agitation arises in the mind, just being aware of it, just being aware this or that or he or she, agitation, just letting that thought go and returning to the breath. Being present for yourself, aware of your own presence. So much of our lives is focused on the presence of others, either incarnate or discarnate, focusing on the healing of others, focusing on the presence of the discarnate. And here, take this moment to focus just on your own presence, your own droplet of primordial consciousness, your own part in this ocean, your own droplet of God. As you sit here today with us all, being present and aware of your own presence. Letting thoughts go as they arise, returning to yourself in this moment, for in this moment is eternity. In this moment is infinity. In this moment, you are connected and present for yourself. And only in this moment are you infinite and eternal. Now let us take a moment, now that we have been present for ourselves and connected to ourselves. Let us become aware of our spirit as part of the Great Spirit, our consciousness as a droplet of all consciousness. Just becoming aware, bringing your attention to your heart center, becoming aware there, a spark of light. And on the breath, this spark of light begins to grow very gently and slowly. For those who don't visualize, just become aware of the sensation, the feeling of your heart center and the emanation of your spirit from that space. Just focusing on the energetic, subtle energy changes that can happen as you become aware of this energy beginning to grow and expand. Very gently on the breath. those who like to visualize, just noticing this as a white light that is filling your body, filling through your body and spilling out around your body, so that you are surrounded in the bright white light of the spirit that is emanating from the heart of you. Surrendering to this space, just allowing it come to your awareness in whatever means or shape or way it chooses. Maybe a feeling of just the energy of heat or cold, subtle sensation or light. Just allowing your own spirit to be free to expand so that it flows from your heart center through you, filling you with the light of your spirit and flowing out around you, filling this room in which you sit. Surrendering to the power of your spirit, aware of how it feels to be in this space, your natural state, the state from whence you came and to which you will return, the free and infinite power of your spirit. Should your mind wander, just allowing those thoughts to gently go, coming back to the sensation of the energy of your spirit or the light or your breath. Just coming back to the moment. Resting into the power of your own free and expanded spirit. And now stepping out of your physical form as if a light or as if a ball of energy, if you would like to feel or see that, and stepping into this white space that surrounds you, allowing your body to just rest in a little sleep safely on the chair. We will collect it on the way back. And just stepping out of your physical form as if a light, as if a ball of energy into this infinite white space that is the truth of you, the essence of you. Feeling how this feels to float or flow uninhibited by geography or physics, no weight, no size. Relishing how it feels to be free in your natural state. If the mind wanders, just gently letting those thoughts go and just coming back to the sensation of this subtle energy. And now very gently turning your awareness to the space just above your head. And they're seeing a bright white light that fills the skies above you, or sensing the power of the energy that fills the skies above you. And as you hold your awareness in that space, you notice that this light with this power extends everywhere that you can see, filling the skies, surrounding the earth, flowing into the cosmos, filling the entire universe with the power and the brightness of the light. This is the light of God, the Tao, the Brahman, the light of all consciousness, the light of the One, filling the entire space in our universe and in all universes. This magnificent power of which you are part. Noticing how it feels to be aware of this power. Subtle shifts in energy, subtle shifts in thought, subtle shifts in awareness. And as you notice this light, it begins to surround you, so that the light of your spirit, in which you dwell, and the light of God become one, so that you are part of one unending light, bright white light of all things, part of the energy, the sensation of the energy of all things. Just resting in awareness here, how it feels to be home. Just allowing yourself to move or float or fly or flow, moving through the magnificence of this power, spreading out, flexing your own spirit, filling as much space as you may, for all things are one in this place. Now feeling, sensing, surrendering to this power, and just aware of how you feel in body and mind, in all thought, in all consciousness, in this state of union. Should the mind wander, just gently letting the thoughts go and returning your focus to the light or to the sensation of being present in this place. Opening the heart, surrendering the mind, surrendering the will, receiving this power and this oneness, receiving the love and compassion and kindness that exists in this place, receiving it into your being. Extending the thought that it offer you whatever you need at this time for your highest good and well-being. Being open to receive. May recognize the feeling or thought or sensation or color You may recognize or be aware of nothing, but know that whatever it is you need most for your highest good and well-being is being shared with you in this space. Just accept, surrender, and receive. Mind begins to move, just letting thoughts go and returning your attention to the heart. And now offering into this space that which you would like to offer, your kindness, offering compassion, offering your gratitude. Grateful for what has been received, grateful for all that has been given you. Sharing consciously the kindness and compassion that is in your heart, so that it may be shared with all beings connected in this space, all beings in all worlds, all sharing kindness and compassion with each other as it flows through this space. Now, honoring yourself, honoring the one of which you are part, begin to step back now out of this space, back into your room, allowing the light emanating from your heart to return to that spark, just retracting your energy and your awareness back into the body, becoming once more aware of your physical form, the weight, the sensations of your physical form now sitting on this chair. Aware of the breath as it inhales and exhales, filling the lungs, pouring oxygen through your physical form. It's becoming now aware of all of the sounds and smells and the solidity of the room in which you sit, making small movements with hands and feet, small movements with head. Taking another deep breath in and an exhalation. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes.